Alright, so a couple of days ago I did a video talking about a potential for a Ashley DLC for Resident Evil 4, and it'd be more of a horror focused DLC, and it received some mixed opinions. I think some people would want to see that, some people really would not, but there is other characters that could potentially get the DLC treatment for Resident Evil 4, and we're going to go over the potential for Luis to get his own DLC today. Now if you played the remake, you'll know that Luis is a lot more fleshed out in this one compared to the original. He has a lot of more significant ties with Umbrella than you would initially know from RE4, as well as, you know, being a massive role in the main game anyway. And I think there's a lot of opportunities where he's not present or he's doing something else that could be kind of shown in DLC. I have a couple of ideas I want to go over mainly in this video, so we're going to get to those first. But if you do want to see a Luis DLC, let me know down in the comments below. And without further ado, let's get to it. So I think first and foremost, maybe a prequel DLC will be quite good. So from playing the game, you find out he did work for Los Illuminados, but he didn't want to anymore. He found out what they were doing, and he didn't want to be like that anymore. So he basically, you know, left them, and obviously they ended up with his capture and stuff like that. So maybe we could kind of go into that kind of part of the game and find out what he did when he kind of tried to escape and before they captured him. Obviously, you do find him under that house in a body bag. So, you know, maybe we can play the lead up to that. Maybe have it a bit more action focused again, because it's not Ashley, you're not completely defenseless, you are playing as Luis, who is very capable, and as you see from the main game, he very clearly knows what he's doing, and he has a lot of involvement with the main villains of the game, from his backstory. Not only would that give us an opportunity to find out more about the character, but maybe that will give us a different perspective of the villains we fight in the game. So maybe there's a bit with Salazar, maybe there's a bit with Sadler, that you find out more about them as a character, as they're more involved in his story, because he did technically work for them. I'm not really sure how they would do it, but I do think that's a pretty good idea, just to have that kind of extra layer of story thrown in there as well. And that was the kind of first idea I had. But the second idea, very similar to the current DLC that exists for the game, but instead it follows Luis. So there's a lot of moments throughout the main game where he disappears and he either comes to your rescue or he's waiting for you somewhere. And I think having that kind of side of the game explored more would be pretty cool. Again, it would flesh out his character more, and you can find out what he's doing while he's not with you. I know there's cutscenes where he's talking to Ada and stuff like that, and separate ways. They do meet up a couple of times, but outside of that, it is interesting to see what they could be, what he could be doing while he's in the village or in the castle. Taking it in that direction is very akin to the Separate Ways DLC, because obviously in the Separate Ways DLC you follow Ada, and it kind of periodically lines up with when Leon and Ada encounter each other throughout the main game. But having this kind of direction for Luis as well, I think would be pretty cool. I'm not sure again how it would work and what they would do to fill in the gaps, but it is potential to be a pretty good DLC if they did it correctly. Again, I think the character is involved a lot more in the remake compared to the original. He helps Leon a lot more. There's a lot more of a bond between those two in the end, and they definitely kind of grow together as characters, compared to the original at least. So it would be pretty cool to have like a DLC for him as well. And again, these are just my own ideas. There's no guarantee this will happen. Same with the Ashley video, there's no guarantee that they're doing that, but I just feel like if they wanted to, because the game is doing so well, they could make more DLC than what the original game had, and add more to it to flesh it out as a whole. The game's doing crazy well in terms of sales and popularity, which isn't a surprise considering it's RE4. So they should really take the opportunity to kind of, you know, maybe capitalize on that and make some more content for the game and keep people playing longer. That's pretty much going to do it. Leave your thoughts on my couple of ideas down below. Do you want to see a DLC for Luis? Is there another character you want to see more story of? But yeah, thank you all for watching. Remember to leave a like on the video and subscribe for more Resident Evil content, and I'll catch you in the next one.